The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me.
Episode 173. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Guy.
And this is Top Rope Reality on the YouTube. Let's talk about
this is the Raw Part.
That's it. You're right.
You're welcome.
We're going to talk about WWE no longer wrestle during commercials. We don't wrestle during commercials, no, sir. We do not do that.
So I'm trying to figure this out. So I understand that they're implementing a lot more 2 out of 3 falls matches.
Yes.
So you're saying that the first fall, then a commercial. Second fall, then a commercial.
Yes.
And then third fall.
Yes.
So every match ends before a commercial.
Oh, yes. And that's your SmackDown. Then you go to commercial during the matches and the split screen. So
SmackDown's still doing that.
Yes.
Raw doesn't do the split screen.
No, I thought they would be.
And every show,
which is funny because that's kind of like a Fox thing.
But you're saying that every match on Raw, you know before commercial happens, that match is going to have a 1, 2, 3 or a DQ. It's going to be over.
Something. Yes.
Not just, hey, you know, they're just going to fall out of the ring and just lay there for a little while. Nope. It's going to be over.
Something happens.
That's stupid.
They want to make sure they go through, no commercials during the matches.
Because I've seen how lately they've had Dana Brooke come out during commercials to talk. They've had that interviewer lady come out and talk with the audience.
Yes.
They've had different segments, I guess, to fill in the time during commercials now.
Yes, and sometimes they'll restart a match and stop them. Something happened during the match, and so that's where you go for your commercial break.
Lord.
Yeah, so there's different things. Well, they don't need to burn the 2 out of 3 falls, 2 down.
I'm telling you, they've had 2 every show. It seems like.
I know.
Not a fan.
I like this.
It seems like that's where they're going with him and Dolph, though.
Yeah, I expect that to be,
With him doing this?
Yeah. But Kevin Owens is open about his desire for a lengthy baby. He should have stayed a babyface. It was getting over big time.
It was getting over. They jumped the gun because Daniel Bryan wasn't available.
Yeah.
There's other people,
There is other people.
Especially now that there's no such thing as a split roster.
No.
Plenty of people.
Yes.
But yeah, I could see Kevin Owens as a babyface. I mean, he's a likable person.
He is a likable person, yes.
He's just doing it for his family, people. Remember that.
Yeah, who can be a heel for that?
Right.
So.
They've made him a successful heel off of doing this for his family, though.
That's true.
It's crazy.
Rumors of ideal pitch for WWE studio show on Fox Sports 1.
I'm okay with that.
On Tuesday nights. Plus Fox has pitched an idea for Jerry Lawler being part of it. Actually, Jerry Lawler and Renee Young.
I see why they want Renee Young because she's done talk shows and stuff before, but at the same time, she's a part of Raw, and I want to keep things separate. It should not be her. I feel like it's going to be her,
yes,
but they should keep it separate. She's not part of SmackDown. She should have no part of talking about SmackDown.
No, let's talk about everything. This is WWE over general.
It's a whole
whole
WWE, not just about SmackDown.
No, it's on Fox Sports 1, but it's talking about the WWE.
Gotcha. But Jerry Lawler, they're paying him for, another 5 years?
Probably so, yes.
Because I think he just re-signed recently. And
about the time when JR
signed
with them.
and
I think they added 3. I think he usually does 2 years, and they bumped it to 3 years, or he does 1 year. Each time they bumped it to 2 years. They bumped it up from what is normal.
They gave him an extra and a raise.
Yeah, normal.
So he's got a raise to sit at home and go to conventions. So use him.
And that's what they're doing.
Use him.
I thought this was over with, but I guess this is getting worse. So,
They ain't friends no more.
no, they are definitely not friends no more. So, Colt Cabana could maybe get a job at WWE.
Right? Maybe they actually use him right this time.
Yeah, but CM Punk files a countersuit against Colt Cabana because he said he did give money to help pay for the lawyer bills, which he was supposed to give money for. It's a big mess.
Yeah, Colt Cabana sued him for attorney fees and everything.
And then
CM
Punk
Punk
did not pay, so he had to end up paying the attorney, so it's a big stink.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Here's what we need to learn on these podcasts and stuff. If you're not willing to deal with the repercussions, do not bring a disgruntled employee on your show for him to badmouth everybody. Because I'm sorry. I'm under the impression, if they're that close of friends, Colt Cabana knew how CM Punk was as a person, knew that he is not a very happy person, and knew that he was going to bash those people on the show.
Right.
So you should be ready and prepared
to be sued. Yes.
So why get upset with Punk?
He got sued, and you can get sued. We suing everybody.
If he was on another show, if he did Conrad Thompson's show, and he badmouthed everybody. You see, he don't do a podcast with him, but if he did a podcast with him and badmouthed everybody, Conrad would also get sued. It's part of it. You had to have known he was going to badmouth everybody.
But then he said he would pay for it. He would pay.
Now, if there's proof that Punk said that he would pay for Cabana's legal fees, then he should pay for them.
That's right. If there is proof.
And if there's no, now if he just handed him cash, then that's stupid. You need to have a paper trail. If you gave Colt Cabana money to cover the legal fees, there should have been proof there.
Yes.
He should have went and got what do you call it? Cashier's check. Whatever
she said is not going to cut it in the court of law.
If there's paper proof, paper trail.
He said he's going to pay my legal fees. I didn't say that.
Right.
I said that.
Yeah. If you don't even have a text message saying that, you're screwed.
Yeah. That hurts. Lars Sullivan suffers a knee injury. Out 6 to 9
Here's the
months.
thing. I'm not upset.
Yeah, I know. I see what
Well,
you're
number
saying.
one, it's probably a good thing because he was in the news for the wrong reason here recently.
That's true.
So him being gone will kind of let the heat die down. He did his apology thing, blah, blah, blah. But people on the roster wasn't too happy with him either. So
No, you just hold him out.
Just keep him going.
Royal Rumble.
Right, just keep him going. But I mean, honestly, his stuff wasn't exciting. To me, we already have a guy like that in this Braun Strowman. You wasn't pushing him right in the first place.
Okay, yeah.
After he didn't win the belt, he got destroyed. I mean, what's the point? And I mean, Lars, he has a good look because he looks different.
I mean, how many pay-per-views do we say? Braun's tonight. This is Braun's night.
And then nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, here they go. This is his night.
So sad.
It is.
And he's just regulated to fighting Lashley now. So.
Yeah. AEW trademark of Tuesday Night Dynamite has now changed. The company has trademarked Wednesday Night Dynamite.
It works either day.
On TNT.
But Wednesday they won't get preempted. Tuesday there's apparently sports stuff.
Yeah, basketball.
So there you go. You won't get preempted on Wednesday? Go for it.
That's right.
I'm fine with it.
It works.
What is on TV on Wednesdays?
NXT.
And that's it. That's on the network, though. It's not on TV.
Right.
You can watch the network anytime.
That's right.
So there's no reason to, it's the wars. It's NXT versus AEW. Why? You can watch AEW live, and you can go back and watch NXT anytime.
Are you looking into the future?
If that's the war they want to have, AEW and NXT,
that's
stupid.
That's the war they're going to have.
That's dumb.
Well, they already got one with the UK show because this is the same time.
It's the same time as their charity show. But I'm just saying, like, you can watch NXT stuff anytime you want. That was the point you made, too.
Evolve is the same day as the charity show.
When is NXT UK?
All in.
All out.
All out. Whatever the end of August.
It's a lot of shows here.
All out, yes, in Chicago. I guess. In Chicago?
Yes. Every year they go to Chicago.
Why don't they just bring in CM Punk and get this thing over with, you know?
Somebody did make a comment on Twitter. He goes, "Are you going to disappoint everybody at All Out by not showing up?" He said, "Yep." People just need to give up on it.
They do.
He's writing for Marvel Comics. He's doing commentary for MMA shows. He's not fighting, thank goodness.
Yeah, that ship should have sailed by now.
UFC probably paid him out his contract, said, go away.
And show up. I mean, show up. Yeah, that would get the word.
He doesn't need to.
I know he doesn't need to, but that would definitely be
But
a
what
major
would you say if he showed another WWE guy against AEW? So it gives you something to complain about. So there's no need for him to show up.
No.
You've already got Dustin. You've already got Cody. You've already got Shawn Spears. You've already got Jericho.
But who is out
and
there?
John Moxley.
Who is out there to have a bombshell for AEW?
We don't need it.
They do need it. You know they're going to get
it.
Who?
There's nobody.
CM Punk is. That's
But they don't need
That's
him.
the only free agent out there who would make a major wave.
They don't need him.
That's true. They don't.
I want them to focus on building characters, which is, like I said last week, I enjoyed how they used Darby Allin, even if it was a time limit draw, which didn't hurt either person. It still built him up to say, he can go. He went 20 minutes with Cody Rhodes. This dude can go. I'm excited to see what he can do. That's the type of thing I'm talking about. Build up all this new talent you have. That's what I don't care about CM Punk. The dude is old. He's done with. He doesn't like it anymore. He hates the world. Let him stay at home hating the world.
He definitely hates the world.
Let him enjoy his little AJ Lee and be done with it.
And before we talk about the fight for the fallen,
Yes.
well, let's mention your boy Jinder Mahal
Who won't ever get pushed.
signed a 5-year deal. Hey, 5 years.
He'd get paid for 5 years to not get pushed.
Hey, sometimes you just like to take a check.
I mean, for that kind of money, I'd take it.
Hell yeah. Taking a job out the door.
Because, I mean, seriously, I don't see him being in AEW. I don't see him doing anything in Ring of Honor. If anything, Impact would pick him up.
Yes.
And that's about it.
They would.
I don't see him wrestling for any of the other two companies.
No.
He would do good on the indies and doing the conventions and stuff like that, but his best bet is to stay with WWE, just like Mojo Rawley. He re-signed. What a waste of money.
Yeah, that is
But
true.
they're probably hoping that Rob Grgolski will show up and they can put them together or something. I don't know.
But yeah, if
What a
Jinder,
waste.
yeah, if Jinder leaves WWE, your first choice is Impact. It's true.
Yeah, because he just doesn't fit I don't think he fits the mold to be an AEW.
And they can run with that. A former WWE guy, be Impact champion would be great. Yeah. Oh,
He just doesn't fit the mold for Ring of Honor. He doesn't fit
He
the
doesn't.
mold for AEW.
No.
The look and the feel. He doesn't look like
No.
that kind of person.
No, you're right.
But speaking of AEW, though,
Before we end part
before we end part two, we want to go over what was coming up with the Fight for the Fallen. And it will be their third event promoted under their banner. The show will take place July the 13th at the Daly's Place in Jacksonville, Florida.
Same time as
is.
Evolved.
Same time as Evolve 130. Is that what it is? And it's stated that all events proceeds will be donated to victims of gun violence. We don't know if it's just Jacksonville gun violence or anywhere and everywhere. It may
Probably
just
Jacksonville.
it may just be there's an organization that they're working with, and that money's just going to go to that organization. That organization will divvy it out as they see necessary. So anyway, the matches are going to be Brandy Rhodes taking on Allie, that used to be on Impact. Kenny Omega taking on Sema, who just beat Christopher Daniels at the Fyter Fest. Tag team match with Cody and Dustin Rhodes, as it'll be brother versus brother, against the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick. And then Adam
draw.
maybe. And Adam Page, we already know who the
Either
winner
it's
is
going to be
here.
a time of the draw or a lot of blood, one of the two.
There you go. I mean, Dustin probably barely touch him, and he'll probably start bleeding.
Yes. All that blood thinner he takes.
And with Kenny Omega building up to face John Moxley, I don't see him losing to Sema.
Nope. I sure don't either. Unless John Moxley costume.
And it depends on where they're going with the females. If Brandy wins against Alex, she's going to cheat. Because she's with the women, she's a heel.
Yeah.
So, because she's added Awesome Kong in there without letting them know and all that.
Right.
So she's a heel. So if she beats Allie, she will cheat.
She's Stephanie McMahon of AEW.
There you go. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Adam Page is leading up to go against Jericho for the title, so he's going to beat Kip Sabian.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And Kip Sabian was the one who won the very first ever match with AEW at Double or Nothing in the pre-show against Sammy Guevara. And then the 6-man tag, which as of right now they say will be the buy-in, which is what they call their pre-show.
Yeah.
As Darby Allin, as the guy I said that is definitely a future star.
Jumped on the pre-show.
Yes, he's on the pre-show. As Darby Allin, hardcore wrestler, Jimmy Havoc, hardcore wrestler, and Joey Janela, hardcore wrestler, taking on MJF.
Not a hardcore wrestler.
No. Sammy Guevara, not a hardcore wrestler. And Sean Spears, which is the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger.
Who just knows how to swing a chair, so a hardcore wrestler.
So, does he get involved in the tag team match? You got to keep the storyline going. But if you go and watch their series on YouTube, where Cody Rhodes has the Road to, and right now it's the Road to the Fighter for the Fallen. MJF and Sean Spears had words backstage where they almost had a scuffle, but everybody pulled them apart because MJF is friends in storyline with Cody, and so MJF was pissed off about the attack. Even though MJF is definitely a cocky heel, Sean Spears now is essentially a heel.
And Cody's a heel.
I don't know.
Well, then Young Bucks.
Because Darby Allin is definitely would come off as a heel, and I just think the tag team match is just, you know how you have face versus face.
Yeah.
I think that's what the tag match is. Cody and Dustin are faces, and so is the Young Bucks.
No contest.
So I don't know where they're going with that one, but I do see
Tournament draw.
MJF and Sean Spears probably definitely cost each other this 6-man tag.
So what has become a face?
Do what?
You think then one will become a face, so it makes sense.
MJF, but everybody hates him anyway. But Sean Spears,
who cracked Cody over the head,
made him bleed. Anyway, I definitely see he's definitely a heel, and here's the reason.
It's like all heels versus heels except for the All-In dude.
Well, because Darby Allin I think is a heel.
I think he's a heel.
Joey Janela's definitely a heel because he's just faced John Moxley. Jimmy Havoc, I really don't.
I thought John Moxley was a heel.
Why would he be the heel?
So is Kenny Omega the heel?
I don't know if they're even worried about heels and faces right now.
I guess not.
I don't think they've established it.
If you start talking that way, you're all lost because it seems like heel versus heel versus face versus face, heel versus face heel.
At this point, I don't think they're really establishing that. Okay. They're just establishing these are our wrestlers. And maybe once they get on TV, they'll separate that stuff out.
One week you'll see somebody face somebody and you'll think, okay, well, here's face. But wait a minute, now he's taking him.
Well, because if you think about it, Cena versus Kenny Omega, they would both be faces because you would look at Christopher Daniels as a heel because SoCal Uncensored, their big thing is, this is the worst town I've ever seen. That's their gimmick.
They're heels.
So Christopher Daniels is a heel. So Cena's a face. Kenny Omega's a face, but at Fight for the Fallen, Kenny and Cena are facing each other. So at this point,
they got to get that straight.
I think all that stuff's out the window. I think they're
doing now.
That's more like how indie shows are, where it doesn't because there's. But when you start doing storylines, you got to have face.
Thank you. I'm glad you come aboard with that.
I mean, you do. I'm not against that.
I thought you were going to be happy with this. Like, wait a minute now.
With certain matches, I'm fine with it. Like when they were doing the AJ Styles and Ricochet 2 weeks ago, before he attacked him.
Yes.
It was face versus face.
Yes, it was.
And before he attacked him, he shook his hand and all that kind of stuff.
Yes.
There was a story there that turned him heel.
Yes, but you can't be week to week. You can have one guy sound like a face one week, and the next time you have a Wednesday Night Dynamite, this guy's a heel all of a sudden. And then
you can't change it back and forth now because WWE has done that. Dana Brooks been a heel one week and a face the next. And
Kevin Owens.
Exactly. So they're definitely going to have to figure out where they want everybody.
Yes.
But it's still early, so I don't know what all they're planning on doing, but with that 6-man, like I said, I definitely think the hardcore wrestlers are going to win that because of Sammy and not Sammy. Sean Spears and MJF. He's not an MF. He's an MJF.
Well, some people think he's an MF.
A lot of people don't like him, which he has a great character for that. I mean, people don't really like him, but Sean Spears. I was seeing about the reason why that all started, and in one of the Cody Rhodes videos, the Road to or whatever, where because they film it at their offices, where they have everybody has their offices there in Jacksonville, I guess, or whatever.
I guess, yeah.
When they were filming that, Cody Rhodes made a point to say Shawn Spears is going to be great for the company. He's going to be either a teacher, coach, or when he's a wrestler, I mean a student, not student, but a wrestler and a coach at the same time. Mm-hmm. Or eventually when he wants to, he'll be a coach because he's a great hand. Mm-hmm. Those two words, you never want to hear that.
Right.
Like, Road Dogg has always said that the one thing that was said about Brad Armstrong was he's a great hand. Mm-hmm. Because he knows how to put people over.
Well, see,
you don't want to be called a great hand.
And that's
there's the story.
And that leads you that way.
To Cody being a heel.
Cody being a face.
To being a face?
Yeah, because a heel does a face doesn't hit a heel in the head like that.
But
that's a dirty move.
It is a dirty move, but at the same time,
to crack somebody over the head with a chair.
I guess he would be the face.
I'm a fan favorite because
I guess he would be the fan favorite, Cody, because he didn't really mean what Shawn took it as, maybe.
Well, he got offended by it. Instead of being man enough to talk to him face to face, I'm going to jump you after your match and crack your head with a chair.
But I still think that MJF is going to tote that line of being buddy-buddy with... Because basically Cody has been like a mentor to MJF. Right. But he's still going to be a heel because you don't need MJF as a face.
Yeah.
Because MJF has that cocky, I'm better than you, I'm the fastest rising star ever, that type. He's a heel. Yeah. But he's defending his friend, basically.
Yeah, but... Yeah,
I don't think the two of them, I don't see Shawn and MJF needing to have a match against each other.
Which they probably will.
But they probably will.
Yes, and Shawn will be the face, and because MJ...
It's weird, ain't it?
Yes, it will be. Okay, that's it.
But they're different. Remember, they're different.
They're different.
So
that is different.
That is very different.
That is very different. You're right. I'll give them that. They're very different.
Absolutely.
I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin.
We'll be right back for our 1999 January of the Monday Night Wars. In a few clicks at Top of Reality on YouTube.